Patricia, Jim, and Jenny.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? We're so excited. We just launched a brand new podcast series. And the name of the show is North Texas Talks with Jim and Jenny. And we are very excited. So today we're getting our interviews on, and we had a good time this morning, and we have a great interviewee, Patricia Castillo. Okay, I'm getting my Spanish down. Okay. So we will have questions and answers. And Patricia came over here to the JA podcast studios, and she loves the environment. And we're going to go ahead and get started. This is my co-host, Jenny, and this is our show. And we bring people that have something to say, do, and working in the community. So,
Yeah.
Jen?
Yeah, so we wanted to bring Patricia over because she's the founder of the Michelada Festival that just happened. What was it, last week?
October 12th, Sunday.
October 12th, here in Fort Worth, and she's been running it for 10 years. Patricia, tell us a little bit about the festival, what inspired you, how did you get started, and also how do you sustain something of that magnitude for 10 years here in Fort Worth?
Thank you, Jim and Jenny, for having me. I'm excited to be here and share our story. Thank you. I was in a chance meeting with, at the time, Dr. Pepper's Snapple Group. And the gentleman we were meeting with explained that he had Clamato and Clamato and Peñafiel as two of the brands that he had funding that he could support this nonprofit organization that I was working with at the time. And so everyone was tossing out ideas, and I threw out the idea of a Michelada festival. And I said, what if it had like a competition component to it? And we can have local vendors there, local micheleros come out and compete. And he loved the idea. So we started out very small, one block in downtown General Wirth Square. I deliberately chose downtown because it's a beautiful backdrop. And, typically events like that happen in parking lots and things like that, which are also nice. But I wanted something different and beautiful for our community. So we chose downtown General Wirth Square, and over the years just gained traction and popularity. And we were bringing people from all over DFW and even all over the United States with support from other partners in the community to help get the word out.
Yeah. Because I was there and I was a sponsor this year, and it was just so much fun.
Well, when you mentioned it, that Patricia was going to come, I had heard of the festival.
Yeah.
I say through the papers that support it and online. So you had a lot of support. So 10 years doing a festival is a big deal. Okay. So I want to tell you, as a promoter and marketer, that's a big deal. So having you here, when Jenny said that she had to hook up to call you and get you here, I said, let's go for it. So you were part of our launching of North Texas Talks with
Jim and Jenny. Yes,
Jenny.
I'm getting questions, y'all. All right. What would you say, like, for our audience? Because something like that, I know it came from a vision, it came from a plan, it came from an idea. I know you and I had breakfast or lunch at La Rueda when you were like getting the ideas. I'm like, do it, Pete, do it, right?
Right.
What are some of those challenges that you would say that you had to overcome both personally and professionally, and given maybe the biases or anything that comes with our community, right? When it's like, hey, we just want to go downtown and drink, but that's not what we're doing.
No, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I think Fort Worth is a community that isn't what's all that we want to do.
Yeah.
It's very family oriented here. And as far as like the decisions and being strategic and having a plan, that is ongoing. And that is pretty much with everything that we do. Everything that we do, is big or small, is done with intention. And it's well thought out as far as who we're talking to and what they would want to see when they get there, and how we can make them feel welcomed and make them feel comfortable and make them feel like this is for them to enjoy. So all that is that those decisions are ongoing constantly. But as far as like how do we create something that's different for the community? And that's kind of what we've been able to do, and just tying in very much of the community, whether it's, making it a place for families to come out, making it a place for vendors to come out and set up their booths and share, whether it's, I always say share their creations, whether it's a michelada, whether it's a birria taco, whatever it is. What I always say, when you go to these booths, every single one of them, you're going to meet the owner.
Yeah.
Every single one of those booths, you're going to meet the owner that are back there working to serve you and bring awareness to their brand or to their business and share what they create.
And I know that there's a lot of success stories that you've witnessed that started as a booth or a troquita, right? That then now have evolved, to full-on businesses. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, there's 3 standout stories, but one, and I won't say that the Michelada Festival is solely, responsible, but they will say that it has contributed to their success, because even every year, once the winner is announced, their business drastically changes. They see a big up in sales and notoriety. So with Micheladas Olmos, it's a family business. Candelario and Yadira, a husband and wife team, I had reached out to them to be in the festival, and they were like, "Oh, this isn't anything serious. We just kind of do it at the horse track. We, sell them at the horse track. It's not a big deal." And I was like, "No, it's a big deal. We're going to make it a big deal, because I need you to be there, and I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to go, with the city and pull your permit and get everything you need." And they did, and it drastically changed their business. And now they have multiple locations. They're distributed in multiple Mexican meat markets. Their product is available, and they sell it by the bottle, and they do very, very well.
That's powerful, because you're impacting lives, you're impacting businesses. And also something that I love is the concept of the Connect Respect. Can you tell us about Connect Respect?
Connect Respect is a nonprofit organization that focuses on the unconscious bias. So we encourage people to find a connection through peaceful social exchange and respect for one another.
Okay.
So especially given our political climate and things that are happening, I always tell, especially young people, I tell them, you never know who you're going to meet, or, you never judge a book by its cover. You never know what opportunity may come about once you get to know that person. And you might have more in common with them than you think. So just be very open-minded. And so we encourage those kinds of social experiments, especially with younger people, to kind of broaden their minds in that regard. We support Texas Wesleyan University. We supported other nonprofit organizations and their scholarship programs, but now finally we're at the point where we can put a significant amount towards an endowment with Texas Wesleyan, which requires a $25,000 minimum. And so, we're on our way to doing that.
Well,
That's awesome.
education is so important. And Texas Wesleyan is one of our great institutions, here in town. Can you tell us some of your sponsors that you had this year?
Sponsorship was a little challenging this year.
I know.
Cultura Fort Worth Real Estate, Jenny Barra was one of our sponsors. We had no beer sponsor.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh.
At a Michelada Festival, which is usually significantly helps our bottom line, but we didn't have one. And so we got a lot of support from Sundance Square. They came on as one of our support sponsors. We also had Celsius Lip Fit, which is a energy drink, was one of our sponsors. The Texas Rangers came through wonderfully. Wonderfully, they came through. They provided the mariachi de los Texas Rangers. They provided an inflatable batting cage for the kids, which was wonderful. And they're a great partner. I also have a separate contract with the Texas Rangers and their post-game concerts called Viva Tejas.
Yeah.
And when we put that together in the early years, we brought out one of the Michelada vendors from the Michelada Festival. It was Patiños. And so what the Rangers noticed was that people were pulling over just to get a Michelada from Mr. Patiño.
Wow.
So,
whether they were going to the game or not?
Right. So Delaware North, the concessionaire for Globe Life, reached out to the Rangers and said, "We would like to talk about bringing a Michelada vendor inside Globe Life." So then they reached out to me. We got on a conference call and they asked me, who would you recommend?
Wow. Pete.
And that was a really tough decision because I knew it could potentially change their life. So I prayed. I really prayed about it and just prayed for guidance on, who would be a great fit for that. And I just kept coming back to Mr. Patiño. And so I offered them the opportunity to meet with Delaware North and get all that situated. And they started out doing what they called the Hispanic games.
Mm-hmm.
And then it moved into the weekend games. And then now it's everything, games, concerts, whatever they have at Globe Life. And they have 2 locations inside.
No, that's powerful that the connection of what you created has let a vendor now become a full-blown company
Yes.
for sure. And I just want to tell you, and what you're doing God's work.
Amen.
So I'm
Amen.
letting you
No
know
doubt.
today that
Yeah.
we here at Jim Austin Online, we support a lot of nonprofits. So if you remember, I would like to be a media sponsor of your event next
Thank
year.
you. Yes.
And I'm sure by then our North Texas talks will be really hitting in all gears
Love
because
that.
your friend over here, she brings so much talent to the
Yes.
connection. So Jim Austin Online
Mhm.
I
will
love
be
that.
a media sponsor, and
Thank
I
you.
just push it, and if you get it to me a couple months early
Yes.
so I can promote it on my
Okay.
website and on my newsletter
Thank
and
you.
bring you back so that you can talk about it again. So
Thank you.
What I love also is like our connection to Fort Worth, because Patricia and I worked at Univision for kind of years, and we were always like the Fort Worth girls, right? You grew up here. Tell us about where you grew up, which school did you go to, so that we can also get that view, right? That is like thinking of, how do I do something in my city? How do I make it grow? And how do I give that?
Well, I like to say that I'm Fort Worth born and educated
mhm.
because I was born at Harris Hospital. I won't say what year.
No?
And from there, I went to, at Fort Worth ISD, graduated from Trimble Tech High School, Bulldogs.
Okay.
Yeah, Bulldogs. And then from there, went to Texas Wesleyan University. And the reason why I was able to go tuition with the free tuition was because my mother, with her 3rd grade education, worked in the cafeteria
Wow.
at Texas
Mhm.
Wesleyan. And so her dependents got that free tuition. So both my sister and I went to Texas Wesleyan for our undergrad and graduated. I entered the workforce for a little while. And then when it was time to go back to get my MBA to further my career, I thought, who better to give my money to? Because now it was my responsibility to pay for my MBA. I said, who better to give my money to than Wesleyan, because they invested in me once upon a time.
Yeah.
And so that's why I went back and I got my MBA, and just doing that changed my life. It changed my life. It taught me so much. And when I re-entered the workforce after that, it was with a totally different mindset of being able to do what I do now, and giving me the confidence to be in those meetings and be around those decision makers because I was educated, because I had that knowledge behind me.
Mhm.
So if someone out there is wondering what to do and how to do that, education, experience, open mind, meet people, talk to people, learn, be a sponge. I mean, just, you never know where God is going to lead you, and let him guide you.
And go back and pull somebody up with you.
Yeah.
That's very important. Sometimes we get it as ours and we forget about our past. Well, what you've done, you're a legend. You're a leader within this community that is changing lives. And to have you on our show is big business for
Thank
us,
you.
So hats off to you. And we're here to support any way that we can. I'm excited to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And you take this interview and you share it with everybody
Okay.
that you know.
Okay.
So that's true. Is that true, Jenny?
That's definitely true. Her and I have always like had really good conversations, and witnessing the evolution and understanding, like, it doesn't just come, there's so much personal growth that needs to happen, right? Because when you're growing a business and at that weight, like, it just, what could you share on like how it's changed you and how it's helped you become who you are today?
The resilience. You're going to be met with resistance in whatever shape or form. It just is what especially when you're talking about creating change.
Yeah.
And doing something different. In downtown Fort Worth, there wasn't anything like what we were doing. There was an event, I think it was like a Tejano type of event. What we're doing is completely different. We're targeting a younger demographic. They like a totally different style of music, and bringing that music to downtown has been what is so unique and special about the festival. So many things about it that everyone loves, but when I tell people, I just highlight who we are. I highlight who we are as a people and our culture and our food and our music. And we have had 0 arrests, 0 fights since we've started 10 years ago.
Wow.
No problems. The police officers will say, I don't even get a call that there's potentially going to be something. It's just like, he's like, everybody's just having a great time. And
We're dancing, we're eating, we're hanging out with friends. Everyone's making money, like they're selling their product, and you're the spearhead of that. So that's
What
awesome.
we're
But it's
gonna-
also very authentic.
Yeah.
It's very authentic. I've had people say, for a minute there, I thought I was on my rancho back in Mexico. Like for a minute, I forgot where I was because it was just so genuine to what their lives are in Mexico.
Welcome back, Jim Austin Online, my co-host,
Jenny Ibarra.
Ibarra.
You almost got it.
Yeah,
you got it.
I'm gonna roll them R's because that's hard for me. But being around you, I'm gonna learn Spanish too.
Yeah.
Can we work on that?
We
too?
can work on that. That could be
Okay.
a deal.
Well, we're here with Patricia Castillo, who is has a festival downtown that we just finished. So we took a break. You've been listening. Hit it, partner.
Let's go. So tell us about like what is in the future for Michelada Festival. Where is it growing? Where is it evolving? I know just anything you want to share about what you see. I know where we already went with where we come from, what we saw done, what's here in the present, and what do we see?
Well, quite honestly, we have been growing, but not even by intention. We just do the best we can, providing a wonderful experience. And it's not until I meet with the city or public safety or the police that they say, okay, because there are so many people, you really should look at expanding. So that's how we grew 2 more blocks. So it put us right there at Sundance Square. So then I reached out to Sundance Square and said, by the way, there's this festival going on. And they were like, we would love to support you. So that's how we've been able to get their support. As far as, 2026 Michelada, I mean, just continue to grow. If the opportunity presents itself and that's what the community wants, we will respond accordingly and just continue to grow and bring more programming that is targeted to what they want to see. The people that are coming, what they want from us as far as like more kids activities, different kind of music, whatever it is that they want. We, like I said, our decisions and what we do are done with intention.
Can you tell us, and I didn't mean to cut you off, Jenny, what a michelada is? Because, audiences say, what is that?
Yeah, that's true. We haven't even touched that.
It's a great question.
Good point, Jim. Bring us back.
A michelada is a cocktail or a mocktail. So it can be enjoyed with a beer, domestic or import. Some people prefer Mexican beer, but it doesn't have to be. Or it can be a mineral water. You can also enjoy it with the mineral water if you would like a non-alcoholic version. It has a base ingredient of like a tomato juice or clamato juice.
Okay.
And the reason why clamato is significant is because of the seafood element. A lot of times people serve it with shrimp or what we call carne seca, which is a beef jerky, but it's different. It's a little bit more thinner and crispier. So then they put different kinds of vegetables, whether it's cucumber, celery, some people do orange. It just depends. And then spices on top of that. So you could have Tabasco sauce, Worcestershire sauce, A1 sauce. Everyone has their own recipe. And that's what makes it so unique is because I will talk to the michelada vendors and I'll say, did you put, so-and-so ingredient? And they'll be like, I'm not going to tell you. It's so coveted. It's so coveted. I even know a husband and wife team at their restaurant. When they're out because they're not going to share their recipe with anyone.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes. So that's what a michelada is. It's like you get a little bit of the juice that's pretty concentrated, and then you add your drink, whether it's a beer or a mineral water.
Okay.
How do you pick the winner?
This year we did something different. We've always wanted to do like People's Choice and let people come out and they scan a QR code and then there's the list of all the contestants and they vote on the one that they think is the best.
Yeah.
That's how we've done in the past. With this being our 10th year, we decided to do something different and we held tasting on October the 1st. It was at the Sundance Square Pavilion. Thank you, Sundance. They donated that to us.
Thank you, Sundance.
Yes, very gracious. And we had executive chef chefs John Bonnell.
Oh boy, you know you're big dog,
Patricia's
big
big
time.
time.
Yeah,
You've been
John.
big time.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that they want to be part of the community.
love
This is
that.
very Fort
It's
Worth.
very Fort Worth.
It's very
and that's
Fort
Fort
Worth.
Worth, though, is community.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
had Jet Mora, he's from Cafe Modern, executive chef, part of the Wolfgang Puck group.
Okay.
And then we had Juan Rodriguez from Magdalena's, the owner and executive chef
Mhm.
at Magdalena's. We had Daisy Rincon. She's the multicultural marketing manager for the Texas Rangers. We had Chris Ariano. He is a mixologist, and he won Best Margarita once.
Okay.
Yeah, so he definitely knows his
They
beverages.
know what they're talking about.
And then Elizabeth Beck, city council person for
Sure.
downtown, for
Sure.
that area. So we invited her to come out too.
Look, I mean, you just the names you threw out. I want to be near you. You know, I want to be part of this for sure.
No, thank
And
you.
I just started a new venue called Stillwater Lounge,
Oh,
and I have a chef over there, Chef Carrie.
okay.
So maybe next year she can be one of your judges. So she's awesome. So
Okay.
yeah. So,
I will say that this year being the first year we had judges, we kept it a little private because I wanted to make sure we got that part right. But now
Right.
that I see how we did it, we're going to open it more to the public. Still create a very private area
Yeah.
for the chefs to focus and do their tasting. And then, have them join the rest of the group when that's done, and they can meet the different contestants.
That's beautiful.
It's fun.
I was looking at your resume and the fact that you participated in the New Orleans Jazz Festival,
Mhm.
the Essence Festival, and beyond. And that is a real connection with my spirit because I attended that festival for 15 years.
Yes.
And just haven't been in about 10. Time Magazine bought the festival. So the dynamic of it changed
Mhm.
to more young people
Mhm.
than grown and sexy folks.
Well, I actually come from multicultural marketing. So the first multicultural marketing agency that I worked for was called Grassroots Promotions. And we did a lot of events that will target African Americans. And then we were starting to do events that were targeting Hispanics. And that's kind of when I came in. But I've been a part of the BET Black College Tour, the Ebony Black Family Reunion Tour, the Essence Music Festival I did with FPI when I was in New Orleans. But I met them through Grassroots and the work that I was doing there. And then we've done, let me see what else, the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival.
Well, I read that. It's in print. I said, this is going to be a great interview.
She's the real deal.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm very much behind the scenes, so this is all new to me, I'll be honest.
Which is great because we also want to know who's doing it, right? And I
Right.
feel like we need to celebrate and recognize the woman behind everything. So thank you for being here.
Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Yes,
No,
of
that's
course.
good. Tell us how to be in touch with you, email, phone number.
How can we find you?
Yeah.
Well,
A
right now,
website.
our website is micheladafestival.org, MICHELADA.org. There you can find the handles for our Facebook and our Instagram, but our Instagram is also Michelada Fest FW. And we have lots of videos, recap videos, and things on that Instagram.
Well, I'm all about social media, and now that I've got Jen on board, my network's going to expand from a network to an empire. So I think we need to hook up our social media with each other so we can continue to expand.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody gets exposed and everybody grows, and then we just bring more resources to the community, right? More events, more purposeful things that really make a difference and an impact here in our streets.
Mhm.
Forward.
Fort Worth is where it goes on, where the West begins. You being downtown is huge. So hats
We
off
salute
to
you.
you. Yeah,
Thank to God be the glory.
To God be the glory.
To God be the
Yeah,
glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Could not have done it
Yeah.
without him. There's miracles around this event that really, honestly, it's my testimonial. There's no other explanation. I humbly believe there is no other explanation.
do you
But
have any other staff other than yourself?
I do have two. I've just hired two people that have been helping me these past few months. We have other projects that are coming down the pike. So that's
Tell us
pretty
a little
much
bit
it.
about that. Where else?
We
You're like, what I could share.
There's a project coming down the pike with DFW Airport and centered around FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh, that's gonna
then,
be huge.
and then Joby's Hats inside La Gran Plaza is going to be doing a Joby's Festival Labor Day weekend.
Awesome.
So we'll be helping to produce that.
Joby's my tenant.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. His store down on 35?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mi
Yeah.
tienda. Right?
Mi tierra.
Huh?
Mi tierra next door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that
We love that.
deal, I did that deal. I do commercial real estate, so that was a big lease for me. So when you see him, I say, Jim Austin? Yeah. It's my
Oh.
brother
It's all
by
connected,
another-
huh?
Yeah, it's all connected.
Oh.
So I'm looking forward to working with you on our Lake Arlington festival
Mhm.
out there.
That
So
sounds nice.
we need to go out, look at the property, pick a date, because the brand is powerful. Just doing things where people can come out and celebrate
Have a good
life
time.
and have a good time safely.
Yes.
So yes, so I'm enjoying talking to you.
Same.
Yeah,
Thank you.
same here, and thank you, Jenny, for bringing Patricia.
Thank you, Patricia, for being available.
And
coming.
Patricia is a
Yes.
special name
Yeah.
in my life because
Tell
my
us.
baby sister was
Aw.
Patricia Iris Austin. So she's not with us anymore, but
Sorry.
that Patricia is strong with me. So you must be good people if you're
Oh, she's
Patricia.
sweet.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
Patricias are good people.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can find us at North Texas Talk with Jim and Jenny. My handle is Jenny Ibarra, jenny.ibarra.dfw. Patricia, where can people find you or your?
Michelada Fest. Micheladafestival.org. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Michelada Fest FW
And your email?
on Instagram.
Your email? No email?
pcastillo@5pmg.com.
I see
Business
it right
inquiries
there.
only.
Okay.
I was like, business inquiries only.
Right. Well, it's my turn. Jim Austin, Jim Austin online, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that. We're here at 2201 Dottie Lynn Parkway, Suite 127. Come by to visit the museum. Also, the coffee's always on. Lucinda will greet you. And just another opportunity to share positive things that are going on in the community.
Patricia, have you been to the museum?
I'm about to.
Okay,
about
great.
to.
About to go.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
I
wait.
went last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's good. So anything you want to say before we sign off?
I don't know. I think we've covered a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you have children?
No.
No. Okay. Well, we won't say hi to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a niece and nephew
Yes.
that I
yeah,
adore.
say- yeah, say hi.
Liliana.
Mhm.
Liliana my wing. And Christian.
Okay. Good deal.
To the side eye.
Anything else?
Christian.
Anything
All
else
right.
from
No,
you?
that's good. Thank y'all for your time. And this was fun. And we look forward to next year's Michelada Fest like we do every year. We hope it gets bigger, better, and we just have a great time. So look out for that and look out for any other events that 5P Marketing is doing in our community.
And we will post when our show launches in about a week. We will let you know either on some of our social media platforms.
Yeah. Till next time.
Until next time.
Thank you, P.